Well, hello, people. Let me put myself. Hey, hello, people. Hey, 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 hey. What you laughing at, lady?
Listen, the amount of chaos in this house right now is a lot. Yeah, pray my strength because
Don't pray. You pray it.
three of the four are here and it's right before nap time, so they're crazy.
Child. Let me get my cup so I can pour me some coffee. Shout out to mom and daddy for my cup. It's running over.
Okay, come on, good.
My cup runneth over. Pour me some coffee round here, round cheer. Chicken, get your chicken here. Hey, Jason. Hey, little baby. So, y'all, we're going back down to the merry little world of what's it called? Oaks Ridge or whatever. I finally got the name of this
Right, right, Oak
fictitious
Ridge.
place after how many episodes, dear God? Oak Ridge, is it? Child. Oak something. Oak Bay. Oakland.
Land of the delusional and can't hold a
Right.
secret. Land that can't hold water because y'all secrets all over the place. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. How nobody can keep listen. How you out one side of your neck? Oh, we got to get rid of her to preserve all of our secrets. But then the secret of her identity, you shout out and body in front of
Like, I'm trying
press.
to make sense. I'm trying to make. And you know what? I started to see people that were like, oh, well, I really like this episode. Hey, Jeff, let me know if you want to come on, Jeff. We'll let you come on. Oh, I really like this episode. Oh, it's making sense now. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's getting better. No, the hell it's not. This shit is not getting better. It's not getting any better. It's not. It's not. Not Old Town 357 Volvo. You know what? Hey, everybody, as y'all come in the room. Hey, y'all. Hey, loves. So listen. So listen. As I sip on some good hot coffee, dear God. Um, you know why I sip my coffee like that? Because if you watch my favorite movie in the world, Clue, I love that movie from the 80s. Remember when they sat down to eat the soup, shark's fin soup, and Mrs. White and Mr. Professor Plum, when they sipped the soup, they were like,
Just the couth
all
is
about their
just
food. And everybody looked at them like, can y'all not do that? And they kept going. Girl, child. Anyway, this,
I'm
this
just so glad I can watch this show with no commercials. And they just play the whole show all the way through with no breaks.
without
Because if
commercial.
there was commercials, I would leave and
Yeah,
not come back.
yeah. When I watch it with no commercials as well. And because I can't. Let's just get it all done. Are you the only one that like? No, you apparently are not the only one that likes the show, Lady Libra. They love the people love the show. You know, they love. I need because see, here's what I think is happening with this show. I think Lee Daniels and the writers know what their destination is. They have points in along the way, but they haven't connected the route. Like it would be like if me and Evie said, "Oh, we going to San Francisco today. We gonna stop in we gonna stop in Kansas City. We gonna stop in Austin, Texas. We gonna stop in Salt Lake City. We gonna stop in Vegas, and then we gonna go to Sacramento, and then eventually make our way to San Francisco." Now we know that generally takes you to San Francisco, but what road are you going to take? How are you going to get there in this car and connect all of these destinations? And so that's the
It's
point.
very much like they on the house, they on the road, and their foot has pushed the gas all the way down to the ground, and they're not stopping at any stoplights.
Damn the police. Mind
There
you,
no traffic rules, no yields, no
wait a
nothing.
minute. You got a whole line of state troopers following them, telling them, get off the goddamn road. You going too fast. All of the state troopers are blaring their sirens and flashing lights saying, bitch, you are violating. You're going too fast. But they don't want to stop. Child. So, okay, I don't even know if I want to go in order. Let's just talk about things that we remember because so many things be happening. Y'all can help us in the chat if we forget something.
One moment, her singing that off-key freedom song that I ain't never heard of a day before in my life is not gonna cover the sound of you key in that woman's car. Let's
I've
start there.
heard that song before. I've definitely heard that song, but I don't need her singing it.
I would have appreciated freedom, freedom. I can't move, freedom, cut me
I know
loose.
I've
That I would
definitely
have
heard that
preferred.
song many times over, but I didn't need her singing that. I need her to let that go. Now, Evie, Evie. Now, you, my love, are my fashion guru. You know all things ladies apparel, fashion, and whatever. The timelines to me, because I know the ladies in my family, when they go to get their hair did, baby, that's a several hour affair. You finna be down there
A
half a day.
minimum, a minimum of 2 hours. A bare
And
minimum of
depending
two
on how
hours.
intricate it is, half a day. You finna be down there half a day. Mama be 1 hour. We at this thing going off on somebody, and then an hour and a half later, according to this, the way the timeline goes, you down here a whole totally different hairdo that looks to be real intricate and real,
Unless you are just
unless it's a
changing
wig.
out. Unless it's a wig, there's no feasible
Because
way
if
because
she
that
had those
at that
braids,
braid thing that is 10 out 7-8 hours
I
minimum for her to
listen,
do all of that.
I don't even know about hair, and I look, I said, girl, how you got your hair, girl, and the
And
beads and shit.
let me be very clear, it was ugly. You
Yeah,
did
it was
all
not
of
cute.
that and it was
It was
horrible
not
looking.
cute. It was not
It
because
was
it had the
very
big dookie plaits in the back that was braided up, and then this little, you know what it
mm-mm.
reminded me of? The Bodyguard when Whitney had that headpiece with the little hanging fringe around her face, the little gold. That's what it gave me. That's what it gave. That's what it gave.
It was hideous and she listen, I just daughter, you spent all that time for your hair to come out looking like that.
Oh, and
I, I
it took
understand
me
that black
down.
hair, and maybe that's what she was doing when she was doing that one wig, and she ended up plaiting it up and turned.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. But she was cutting it. Remember? Cause that was some straight hair wig, yaki
It
straight
was
hair
it
loss,
was
whatever.
straight, but it was textured, so I could see braids coming out looking like that if she turned it into a braided wig. But you can't tell me nowhere a guy unless you went to an African shop and 16 people were working in your head at the same time that was no less than 4 to 5 hours. No less than 4 to 5 hours, especially if you're doing it yourself. Your arms get tired. You got to take breaks. All of that stuff. You got life happening while you're trying to do all of these things. No, man. You cannot tell. No, ma'am. Mm-mm.
Now, the thing about it is the stuff that we don't want them to slow roast us on, they do that. But the shit that we be like, okay, space this out, they rush us. They could go ahead and tell us what's going. Since y'all rushing everything else, tell us what the fuck is going on with the auntie and Teddy.
The
Cause
auntie
I'm like, is she the
and
grandma?
her boyfriend. That's who. It's a mysterious boyfriend. That's who was in the picture with her that she set on fire. Her and the boyfriend got into a confrontation. She killed that nigga and buried him out in wherever that was. The Teddy bought all the land around wherever he's buried as, I guess, his insurance to keep her mouth shut about whatever she knows. And so that's why she was in the car with a shovel. She was going to dig that nigga up and see if he was still where she left it. So nobody looked for this nigga? Is that what y'all saying? Nobody, he just magically disappeared. He had no family and nobody looked for him? So that's what y'all saying. Nobody looked for him. He didn't come up missing. Nobody went to the police to find him because he went missing all those years ago in this very small, insulated town. One minute he was there and then the next he was gone and nobody said nothing. And he just been buried out there in the woods for this whole time. Is that what y'all trying to tell me? I gotta bring you a fork. You sit over there. They gotta go. Yes.
My thing about it, like that part between her and him, it's poorly written. It's poorly woven into the story. Hey, Xavier. So the whole Auntie and Teddy, I don't even understand. I'm not saying it's far-fetched that can't happen. Now, I'm not saying that can't happen. But what I am saying is, if he got these bodyguards around him at all times that he seems to have, right? And he's well-to-do. He's a billionaire with a B. Okay? Don't you got people that can handle all of this shit? Like billionaires with a B. Okay? 3 comma club people. You don't be around here getting your hands dirty with some of this,
But some stuff, the less people know about it, the less people know about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some things that you can delegate, but some things I would just be personally, even if with billions of dollars.
But even if I wanted to do that, you know what I'm gonna do? You come to my house. Y'all go grab her, snatch her up, and bring her to me. I ain't going down there because people know me. They know my face, and if they see me in my face, I stand to lose more out in the public frolicking with you people than you would come into my place. So what we gonna do, my people is gonna snatch you up and bring you to come talk to me because I'm not gonna slum it up with you people. So okay, so much happened. We found out, let's do different people. We just gonna have to do individuals, okay? Since we on the daddy, let me get this sugar spike out the way.
First of all, before you go into the sugar spike, because I know where the foundation of it is coming from, I would just like to say, nigga, did you say? I guess that's just the Q in me, and you very noopish. You acting noopish, nigga. What? I, who am not a part of any Greek D9 anything, no, that is not. Oh no, baby, you can't do that. You can't do that.
When I spit out my drink that I was drinking, I said, "Bitch, you wet." Now I will, as a member of Divine Nine and working with people who are Divine Nine, you throw little jabs and little jokes. You know what I'm saying? And it don't, it ain't nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all joking, we buddies like that. You know what I'm saying? You could be, yeah, bro. I'm a noob, and I got to show you how. But it's always a joking. This right here that y'all got going on, first of all, wasn't a joking situation. It was a situation where he was like, motherfucker, stand the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a hostile situation. And for you to introduce that, I think that was real disrespectful for Lee Daniels them to let that sit in there. Now, I'm not saying that when it got to the writer's room, y'all ain't see it and be like, oh, that was cute. And then say, yeah, let's try not to alienate and piss off a whole segment of the Black population by leaving this in there. I'm just saying, damn, my coffee gone already?
That was quick. He was like, golly.
Yeah, drink that coffee. That shit.
It got good to you.
Morris Chestnut is not a noob. He is not. He's the noob in the show, but not in real life. He's not.
Listen, all I know is that again, I am not a D9 Greek person. However, if you check my DNA, it is woven with crimson and cream. But I know who ain't there. I know this.
It would
It
have been
felt
cute if it was. It would have
it
been cute
felt
if it was
inappropriate.
just if it was just a situation where y'all, joking, and it was could be jokes and so forth. But this was a situation that nah, we serious now. We talking business and da 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 da. And for you to infuse that into that, I think there was another opportunity where that could be infused in there. That wasn't the time. That
Hey,
wasn't.
Loretta, you on lunch break?
She got the link. So um now so that whole sit down that he had with, well, that's way less before we get to the sit down that he had with her. Because it's so many, I'm trying to remember. You got to help me every remember. So I remember the situation with the shovel and Auntie going out there toward the beginning of the episode.
Hmm.
What else happened at the beginning? Because it'd be so much.
At the what? I don't know. Well,
I I remember the daughter. They were it's Juneteenth, so I know they're talking about Juneteenth, and
oh
I know
no, he told that girl, he's like, that's your sister, and you need to get rid of her.
right. And I remember she told her husband, like real matter of factly, like that's big news that this chick is your sister. And the way, and even like a lot of these announcements that they're making to each other as a family are big announcements, major situations that they just nilly willy, just haphazardly throwing out there, like, oh yeah, that's my sister and whatever. We gonna get hot. Wait, what? Wait, how? Like, you need to give me more explanation of how this became your sister.
Well, Morris Chestnut has had years of living inside this family, so he knows that the daddy ain't shit. So him not being surprised that that's little sister,
So she
par for
told,
the course.
um, child, the way that I'm trying to read the comment, the way it came out, it was just like so clunky. Like, oh yeah, that's my sister, but we gonna get rid of her. And then at the moment that your wife says that's my sister, that's a whole situation with the family. You know that's gonna be embarrassing to the family. You know that's not something that we, with the life that we made for ourselves or trying to do. And you grew up in this lifestyle, and you grew up in this town, and you know what this kind of information could do. Wouldn't that be acute of Morris Chestnut? I probably don't want to be offering her a whole situation. And this little, what's the name of the little small business, whatever the fuck this
Incubator program.
incubator thing, where you, wife of mine, are in charge of it. Because the whole time they was making it seem like he was in charge of it. Now we find out she's in charge of it. And once she tells you that's my half sister, and my dad was around here slanging dick all over the island or whatever, up and down the coast, and we need to keep this in house. Why would you think it would be okay? And he done seen how messy this girl is. He done seen how she's out of order. I don't care how much you like her or how much you see it for her. When she comes into a room, she does not know. I'm not, I don't want to say know her place, but she's uncouth in places where you need to have it together. There are certain places you just don't go and just say, "Oh, fuck the establishment, fuck the what y'all have going on here, fuck whatever rules y'all got, fuck however y'all want. I'm just gonna go and interrupt everything." And you coming from how and see, this is where the writing misses me, because in one breath You want your wife and her dad to give you your business back, but in the next breath, you're introducing this chick, what's it, Angie chick that you know is counter to everything that they're trying to do, that you know can bring out all kinds of horrible things about that family's past that they're trying to bury. Why? How does that make sense? How do you think that that's going to garner you any extra in terms of getting this business back? Because clearly, if you had the chips to do it, if he had the mechanism with which to get his business back already, he would have already used it. He would have cashed in them chips already. So clearly, you don't have anything. Um,
Unless he could think he can use Eve in some way to, as he's like putting gaining gravitas with her in order to use her later
well,
as a
that's I
pawn.
don't
I don't
know
know.
now that the whole world know about the sister. Can't use that no more. What's going on, Jason?
Well, that
I
is true.
mean, it's just stupid.
It doesn't make any sense.
That does not make
Like
sense.
1 second, she's this secret that has to be guarded at all costs because she gonna find out something to ruin the business, but you throw all that away in a fit of anger in front of the press. That don't.
First of all, I figure, and this is why I brought up the part of him being somebody who is guarded by his security detail or whatever. That means that when y'all having get-togethers and functions, it should also be somebody at the door waiting for you at the door. Hey, boo, do you have an invitation? Why the fuck are you here? So it should not be that easy to just nilly-willy crash my function. And at the moment that you do crash it, and I do see you here, the moment I lay eyes on you, if I'm Leah, I'm like, hey, security, escort her off my premises, please. Because she was not invited. She wasn't invited. I'm just saying, she wasn't invited. Why are you here?
I don't
Security,
know.
come get
I
her.
listen. I'm upset that they had to try and have her strut on grass in heels. What the hell? That is not how that works. Yeah, it's not how any of this works.
Right, because you knew you was going to grab. You knew it was. It's called red and black on green. Clearly, you finna be out there on the grass.
And then the little raggedy daughter bought the grandma, knowing she in full thrown dementia. Why would you bring your grandmother to this
First of
situation?
all, I know for a lot of institutions like that, you cannot remove them from that place. Hey, Irene, without getting permission from the it's a list of people who can grant permission for that person to leave or be removed from that facility. And I venture to guess that the daughter is not one of those people where she could just nilly willy be picking the mama grandma up and bringing her places, unless the mother has said, okay, yeah, I'll call the nursing home or I'll call the facility and let them know you coming to pick her up. Because you, when you have someone with that kind
And
of,
you have
go
to let the people know ahead of time,
right.
and only certain people can come that are on the list and approved can come and get the person.
Hmm.
Uh, when my
That I
grandmother
know.
when my grandmother had dementia, but she was still cognizant enough that we were coming to get her for church every Sunday. Like it was an approved list, and we were in rotation, but they knew one of us was coming to get her
Mhm.
every Sunday morning, so that they would have her dressed and ready to go to church. Well, actually, my mama would come in between before first service and get her dressed so that they could feed her breakfast, and then
Hey,
we could
Danny,
come and get her for the 11 o'clock service. But no, that was all a coordinated effort. The people knew we were coming.
shout
You
out to
can't
Danny.
just, hey Danny Boo, yeah, you just can't pick up a person who has that kind of disorder
Mhm.
from their assisted facility
You cannot.
without, not just willy nilly. It has to, you have to do a whole lot first before you can just do that. Otherwise, they would have people just wandering off in all kind of. That's a liability when they're supposed to be watching the people.
It is
You can't
certainly a
just.
liability.
can't just pick people up and just be like, oh, I'm taking my grandmother and I'm going. Where you going?
But even if it's not dementia, Xavier, even if it's something else in those facilities, you can't just go and say, "Oh, I'm just going to scoop you up and bring." That's not how that works. It does not work like that because there is sometimes they have to go with one of the caregivers for certain reasons, or if it's not with a caregiver, there is a very short list of people who they will send that person with because they know they're going to need care and treatment while they are out, from the facility, and somebody needs to know how best to do that so you don't have this kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, but Xavier, dementia can start early. Um, you can start as early as your 30s or 40s, and it's just depending on what is the on if there's early onset
Hey, Jeff, the granddaughter is
Alzheimer's,
a minor. She's a
huh?
minor. And you ain't a minor can't go pick up nothing. A minor can't even sign themselves out of school. So
Right,
I want to go pick up a grown person. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like I was just
right.
like, and then for them to just nilly willy just let her just come up. First of all, she would have even been in my spot, even if by some great mystery you managed to get into this party. At the moment that I laid eyes on you, boo, hey boo, security, please escort her. I don't know why she's here. Because at this point, you're a terrorist. You're holding me and my family hostage. And what we're not going to do is negotiate with the terrorist. Okay? We're
Wow,
not doing that.
wow.
We're not going to negotiate
Um, but clearly, mom had some mental health issues very early on. The dementia could be a symptom of a bigger issue with the mama. Because clearly when baby girl was young, mama was having manic episodes and
with.
all
Mhm.
that other type of stuff. And maybe that's when the
She could
one
be
of the symptoms of
schizophrenic. She
dementia.
might be schizophrenic or something like that too. Like I
Right.
don't think that it's definitively dementia. Dementia may be setting in now, but it's
She
something
was having memory loss before
right.
in the
It's
flashback. She was
something going
having
on.
memory loss and lost time, which may be another symptom of whatever mentally is going on with her. Because Papa Pope had the people on deck, and he
Mhm.
clearly he had seen that she was going into another episode, and he had people on call ready to
But the thing about
scoop
it
her up
is,
and take her down.
that doesn't even make sense to me either, because we just learned in the first episode that her mother was this revolutionary president of the Gracities or whatever, and the greatest member of their organization of all time, and had it all together and all put together. So my question is, and this flashback we got had to be during and around that time period. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's just not adding up. It's just not adding up. Okay.
The math ain't mathing. None of
Right,
it makes
right.
any
Exactly.
sense.
When did she start losing it? Because according to y'all, she was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Had impeccable leadership and organizational skills, and rose that organization, you know, to newfound fame. And now all of a sudden, during that
But
same time
two
period,
things
she's
can be
breaking down.
true at two things can be true at the same time. She could have been the greatest thing since sliced bread and also have a mental health issue that wasn't always, that she was in and out and hit and miss. And when she had a manic episode, like whatever was happening with the roses and her freaking out before this thing when they took her away, she could have been fine for months and months up until this episode, and then she has to go. They could go make her go lay down for a little while and come back. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I guess if you keep her medicated, she's great. Keep her medicated. So we get to the point where Angie tells them, well, you might as well tell them about me. Did she say that? when they were out there, and she was like, well, because after the mama had her whole episode and was knocking everything down,
She
I don't.
right. She right. If that people think that there is a secret being hidden or anything, they will chomp at the bit. There are people who are nosy and will not let shit go because they whole job is to mind someone else's business. But if you come out and be like, this is what it is, then people gonna be like, that's all it is, and just walk away and move on to the next great scandal that they can sink their teeth into. So she
But
was not wrong in her approach.
the problem is this. Like I said, you should have carted her out from the beginning. She would have never seen the light of day. Secondly, Mama, I need you to go stand in the back by my daddy. I got this. I'll be doing all of the talking. And when I'm done, see, we would have had that worked out before we got up on this good stage. Hey, boo, we'll go along with that. I will do all of the talking. Y'all go stand off to the side. You wave, you say hi, and you keep it the fuck moving. That's it.
But with the press there, you knew they were gonna ask her questions.
Mhm.
They wasn't gonna just allow her to just be like,
No,
this is what it
because
is,
here's
and
what
that's
you
it.
do. No, no, no. See, you got to have a plan.
Oh God.
You say, as soon as we get off this stage, sweetheart, we're going inside the house as a family, and because I'm going to make the announcement. Hey, just give us a moment. We have some things that we need to discuss and make sure that my mom gets back, safely, and that we care for her and everything is good with her. And we'll be right back with you to the party. Go and have a drink on us, and band play on. The family going in the house. Security is escorting you off the premises, boo boo, and escorting my mama back to this good facility, and then we going back outside to follow with the people because we ain't got this type of time. I'm not giving you this opportunity and stage to gallivant and grandstand and do that kind of shit.
Hold on.
Mm-mm. I also want to know why the mama kept calling her. See, there's something to that too. There's something to that too, because here's the thing. What I think we're gonna find out is, and this is me wishful thinking, I think we're gonna find out David was switched. That Leah is really, what's her mama name, Rose daughter, and that not Rose, but Leah is really Eve's daughter, and Angie is really Rose's daughter, because they keep talking about how dark the grandmother is. They're making it a point to keep mentioning how dark the grandmother is. Now we know Leah is much darker with that raggedy makeup they be putting her on. Just clunky and all, like her makeup. That there's beautiful makeup out there for dark skinned women, and whatever they're using on Leah, I don't know nothing about makeup, but sometimes I be looking at it and be like, who did her makeup, God?
Listen, I don't ever wanna. I don't.
The grandmother doesn't look that dark to me either, Xavier. But the way they keep making it out, they're making it a point. Because remember, we found out that the daughter got in a fight because her grandmother did call, skillet and all kinds of stuff. So I could see that being a twist.
I hope not, because this is already convoluted enough. It's
And that's
already.
why Mama keeps saying, I don't know
But
you. You
wait,
ain't
they
my
can't be
daughter.
switched because Leah is 2 years older than that girl.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
How do we know?
Because they said so.
I don't remember them saying that.
I do. They weren't born at the same time. Leah was
I,
like 2 years old when she got that girl came into the world.
oh, I don't know, child. I don't know, child. That don't mean that it still can't be true.
You can't.
Because she could have,
That's
if
not
the
how
mom,
babies work. I don't.
no, no, no. Let me tell you how. Because if they good enough to fake all of this stuff, what I'm saying to you is, if we're going straight down Tyler Perry's lane, okay, it could have been a situation where Rose was never pregnant, and Teddy had to have sex with the maid who was pregnant. Baby came out, magically Rose got a baby.
No, Rose had a baby already. The baby was
Listen to
her.
what I'm saying, Abby.
Listen to what I'm saying. That's not how that works. You
You're not.
can't have a whole ass 2-year-old and
No,
then
I'm
be
not
like she
talking
didn't
about
have a
Angie. No,
baby.
I'm not talking about Angie. I'm talking
I'm
about.
not. You talk about Leah. Leah was 2 years old. Leah is the older sister.
That's what I'm saying. What if Leah is the maid's daughter
That's
and
not how.
the mom?
No.
The maid could have had a daughter from the daddy, and the mom could have just said, "No, we just gonna claim her as ours so that the scandal don't get out."
So the maid had 2 kids.
No,
So I
Leah.
just so that doesn't make sense because why would
No,
they
what I'm
then
saying
give
is
the
Rose
maid
could have
another
had
baby?
the baby.
That don't make no
Rose could
sense.
have had the baby later, 2 years later.
They're not giving the baby that you mean to tell me that Rose is gonna give up her rightful daughter what to the maid? Tell me how that makes sense. How that makes sense? How that
Tell
makes
me
sense?
how the show makes
Riddle
sense.
me that, Batman. How does that make?
If
That doesn't make
like
any
this,
fucking
hey, watch,
sense.
you gonna be real mad when that be the real plot line, because you know this whole
Cause it
show
don't
don't
make
make sense.
it don't
It's
make
all
no fucking
show
sense.
don't make
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no
sense.
way. Ain't no way.
I'm saying that about all of this.
Sahara, come close this door. Ain't no way.
Xavier, it may not be adding up, but ain't none of this shit adding up. To be clear, since we're
Listen,
down to very little world of make
come
believe.
here. This is a whole 2-year-old, walking, talking 2-year-old. A whole 2-year-old. A whole 2-year-old. You
Hey,
can't swap. Oh, come say hey. Say hello. All right. Go nap time. Go lay down. You
child.
cannot tell me you gonna take that whole 30, 40 pound walking, talking little person and she just magically that don't even make sense. That don't even and
No,
then
but
it
no,
doesn't make
I'm
sense.
not saying that. What I'm saying is, all I was saying was, let's say they don't got no kids, right? No kids. Magically, um, Teddy end up getting a nurse or whatever she was made pregnant, made pop out the child to avoid scandal. Now they say, "Oh, that's our daughter." I don't know.
No. Nope.
Maybe Eve gave birth to both of them, like Jeff said. But that, because if that's the case,
That
and
doesn't make any sense.
what doesn't make sense is Rose calling the girl her daughter either. Where does that make sense from? How the fuck does that make sense?
What?
Her calling the other girl her daughter, because they don't look nothing alike.
Who? Even her daughter?
No,
Angela and Nikki?
Rose calling Angie her daughter,
She has dementia.
but they don't look. One thing I know about people with dementia and Alzheimer's,
No. Mm-mm.
faces they remember, and if they don't, and
No.
what will happen? No, when they have dementia, what they will do is they will confuse you with somebody older than you, because they might remember, because you may look like they did when they were young, but the way Angie and Leah are, she's not calling Angie her daughter and saying, "Oh, you're not my." That's not how That's not working like that. Now that shit don't add up at all for her to be calling Angie her daughter. That is the shit that don't add up, which is why we got to try to introduce something else. Because listen, I know all too well about dementia and Alzheimer's and all that. That is not how that works. She is not calling that girl her daughter.
We don't know because we don't know this old lady.
Now
And
that
we don't know what has happened to this woman from here
if
to
she
there.
never met that daughter before, if she'll know her, or even if you say, "Oh, well, maybe I only
So
met her
you mean to
young
tell
time
me that
as a baby."
that lady before they put her in that home, she knew that there was the other kid. She knew because she mentioned it when
Mhm.
Angie came to her the first time. So you mean to tell me she didn't have her own private text? She knew what that little girl looked like.
Okay, but what I'm saying
And
is,
now at this point, she's got them mixed up in her head.
mm-mm, I don't buy it. I don't
Okay,
buy
well,
it
you
at
don't have
all.
to buy, but they weren't switched at
You're not,
birth. I know
but
that.
You're not mixing them up. You're not that's not a mix up that you have in your head like that. Oh, Leah, you calling her your daughter's name and you that no, that's not a mix up. No. That's either poor writing and shit just don't make sense. That does not
or
happen like
it's dementia. Like it's not that.
dementia
It's not a.
doesn't that's how dementia go. It doesn't work
Yes, it
like
does.
that.
It can go like that. There can be perfect strangers that people mistake for their family members with dementia and Alzheimer's. Yes, it is. That's I've seen it happen myself.
I have
So,
seen that too. But what I'm saying
but
to
I'm just
you,
saying that. But you can't rule it out as a possibility just because you don't want to believe it because it don't make no sense
and watch it,
to
no,
you.
and here's the thing about it is too, that may happen one time, but this is a second time. You see what I'm saying?
So
This is, remember she went to
I
the
said no. I didn't say no. I said so.
when those things happen like that, those are okay, a one and doneer, a one time
No.
make won't see that. But if you keep know what I'm saying is when somebody has dementia and they keep mentioning, for example, my grandmother used to do this to me. She used to always call me my uncle. Always. Now everybody tells me I look just like my uncle when he was my age. But there was a connection there. You understand what I'm saying? Like she knew who my uncle was. Me and my uncle look alike. They're, looking real fast. Everybody said, if I didn't know, I would have thought you was your uncle, when he was that age. And when people with Alzheimer's and dementia, they will oftentimes revert to previous, you know, time periods in their life. I can see that. You see what I'm saying? But in this situation, it just doesn't add up to me. They don't look alike. They don't make it doesn't make sense. And the girl Angie never seen Rose before now. Had never seen her before now. And with how Teddy and the mama made it believe Rose wasn't in contact with her either.
But listen, that doesn't mean she doesn't know what the little girl looked like, and it's harbored a hatred for her for being the outside child this whole time. So she's
I'm
mixing. So
still trying
she's
to see how
and
that feels.
that hatred she clearly has for her own daughter has gotten mixed up somewhere in her mind. All I know is that the venom that she got
It don't
that
add
ain't
up. It don't
changed.
make sense.
That didn't change. It does. A lot don't the math don't math in a lot of places, but that part is
Exactly. If
believable.
they're
Lay
cheating
down.
since she was a little girl or a little child, how you know what she looked like? How you recognize her as an adult and be like, "Oh, that's my daughter"? Come on now, that don't make sense. Child, a mess. It's a mess. That's what we do know. It's a goddamn mess. A whole goddamn mess. Anyway, um, my whole thing about it is this: when when Angie rolled up on Teddy and Leah didn't send Angie away, why didn't Teddy tell security? Why the fuck is this whore here? Send her off.
Because you want common sense to happen, and that's not what this is about. That's not that's not what that's
I'm
that's not how
sorry for
this
trying to
works.
make
That's not
it,
how any of this works. Like I know,
trying to make it make sense. Excuse
sir.
me. I'm sorry for trying to make this make sense.
It's not going to love.
Now he
This is remember that all black soap opera? Oh, I can't remember. Generations.
hmm
And then you remember the soap opera Passions?
Oh, that was my show passion. I'll fight
Listen,
my
if
passion.
you squish Generations and Passions together, boom, I
Passion
have people.
was far fetched. Remember old passions? Charity was caught in the bowels of hell, which was the closet, for like a year and a half, and Father Ryan kept coming to try and save her. That
All
was
because
in the closet
all
for a
because
year
the
and a half.
maid in her maid outfit like the little white boy. All that shit just
Charity used to be in that closet like this, for like a whole, which was supposed to be the bowels of hell. Blind ass
exactly,
Father
Xavier. Passions didn't make any damn sense. Hence this show. This is the black version of
Oh,
Passions. I don't care what nobody, you can't
it's
tell
the
me
blood.
no different. I'm waiting for the seaside cottage
Yeah,
off to the
I
side.
do.
That mother-in-law is really a witch
I
with a
hear
little
my
person doll
theme song. I will hold that. That's the one who
that
can
do her bit.
listen. Oh, and kiss the lips of the one who can sing so sweet.
No,
Oh,
Jason, it was
and
not. That's a good try, but
I
no,
don't know which
no.
of a bird I knew would take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are fire burning
Teddy
inside.
is playing good cop.
Passion for life.
Listen, Teddy is shook because he got the Parkinson's, like the fuck I said last week.
Mm. Well, we knew he had the Parkinson's. We knew he had that.
They like the trembling, the speech. It's Parkinson's, son.
So after the whole thing came,
Wait a minute. I am very upset that dark chocolate brownie is working for Papa Pope, and you don't put a security in the system and the thing to
chocolate
spy
drop.
on the girl.
You, I didn't see that coming with chocolate drop
Me
working for
either. I
Papa.
was upset.
That did come out of left field. But
We should have
I
known.
don't, at the same time, it made sense because I was like, I don't remember her saying put a security system in here.
She didn't. Not
And
napping.
the chocolate drop is working for Papa. Child.
But
Child.
we should have known when he said his daddy took a bullet for him.
Yeah.
We should have known then.
Should have known then. Should have known then.
Is he?
Child.
No, he works in construction.
That's what
So
he
so
told
yeah,
her.
he
That's
works in
what he
construction.
told her. I wouldn't be surprised.
But
That's
but no, then Papa Pope was like, come to the thing and talk about your construction
oh, yeah, he
business.
did that. He did. You're right.
Hold on, I may have to be the kid.
Child, Angie's stupid anyway, because she's always just being impulsive and just making rash decisions that and doesn't think critically about them, which confuses me why she gets so upset with her daughter who does the exact same dumb shit that she does. The daughter is irrational and impulsive, just like her mama.
And her daddy. Her daddy's stupid. I love Papa Pope, but when he told Morris Chestnut, I'm not giving you shit back until the bailout is paid back. So go on get out of my face. Out of my
Child.
face. Out of my face. I
The thing
can't.
about child, but my thing about it is when she went to go talk to him after she had got the check from the check, why did she slice her hand open? Because what I'm not like this shit just stupid.
You couldn't have just pulled out a little piece of hair and gave her the check back and talk about do the DNA test again. You had to
Cause
cut your
why,
hand
like,
open. I thought she was gonna cut the check up into like confetti and be like, here,
right?
big. That's where I thought we was
With
going
my
with it.
hand
This
open.
bitch,
And where was the bandage? Because should she have a bandage on her hand from getting stitches or something on her from
again, that's common sense and it doesn't belong here. Stop trying to add it.
it makes sense. And then
The
by the
band-aid came from the same place that braided wig came from.
but wait a minute. Are they even gonna be able to use the blood that was on that check? Because it's all smeared and whatever, and by the time it gets to
She didn't even take the check. So there was no need for any of that. And again, friend, you have got to stop employing common sense to this situation because it's nonsensical.
it is nonsensical.
Or maybe her palm is palm colored, so a regular band-aid would have been fine on the palm. I don't know. And they putting weed in vapes now. I don't know. I don't know how weed goes because I am not a partaker of the weed. But they was smoking a vape and the weed was in the vape. Is that what they was
Yeah, now
suggesting?
they put THC in the vape now. Yes, they do. Now
Okay.
that they
Okay.
do.
Well, I don't know because
THC.
I don't vape. I
Yeah,
don't weed. I don't do any of
they do
that.
have the weed or the THC vapes. That they do have. Yeah.
First of all, let's go to this videotape of her beating the piss out of whoever the fuck that baby. When I say nuck
Listen,
if you motherfucking buck.
listen, that baby she was here for.
And it wasn't she wasn't windmilling. She had the girl one hand on frontal, one fist cocked back, and yank, 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 yank. I said, oh, I said, that's the kind of fights that I like. And shit, she was not playing with that little girl. Yeah, I bet you won't call her grandmama another name in this book. I bet you learned your lesson that day.
I said, baby, you got your ass whooped. Oh, what's up?
Hey, now,
Mm. But I don't know too many people that ain't even trying to swing back when somebody holding your head. I mean, even if they got you like that, you trying
both
to
of your hands are free. What are you doing with your hands? You
right.
just, why are you not trying
You
to
just
protect your
letting them
face? Why
you
you not
feel
throwing body blows, uppercutting
right.
this bitch? What is you doing?
What are you doing? What was you doing? Like,
Daughter, you just not gonna fight back. You just gonna let this girl continue to
like let her
bust up
whoop.
all that beautiful plastic surgery that your daddy bought for you. You just gonna fuck all of that up. You're not gonna protect all the money in your face. That's what we doing. All right.
Wait, what money? And who's afraid? Wait, what?
I thought it was some little rich girls that was talking about you. Grandma look like a skillet. It's a little light skinned
No,
broad.
back at her old school, I thought.
Oh, maybe,
I don't know.
maybe, maybe. But the little high yellow heifer, she couldn't have called my grandmama a skillet because I'd have done her ass just like she got done too. But that's just me. And especially when I was back that age, when I hadn't gotten my anger management under control. Uno momento, because some of my anger management is about to go by the wayside in 30 seconds.
Wait, Vovo said I would have been vulgar. You know what, Vovo? Listen, so I'm listen. I'm trying to make sense of the nonsensical. Because then we found out
You're
that
gonna give yourself a migraine.
The Taylor girl lied on the Lauren chick. Hey, King
Talk
Roman.
about she was drunk and she really don't know if she pushed her or not. Bitch, then why you
So
say you
why
think
would
she
you
pushed
tell
you?
the police that?
Why would you tell the police that? So now you gonna get charged with making a false report, or you gonna
Right.
say you misremembered? Because that's what they like to say. And you's like, I don't. You could have just said, I don't recall what happened, and they probably would have arrested her anyway.
Or
But
even, or and now you want to talk about nonsensical, that fight they had on the beach where she just grabbed the girl hair and nothing. That was
Xavier, she called that girl's dark skinned grandmama a skillet. Who was light skinned that could call it? Xavier.
her grandma ain't that dark to be calling
And
her.
she ain't that dark to be calling her no skillet neither. But you know how kids like to pick, and they see that that is an issue for you. So, and they mention colorism, so they probably would have told her grandmama's black as a boot and some old bullshit. But it doesn't make it true. That's how they over exaggerate to try and jump on your last nerve, and then you get your ass whooped like you got. It just don't take this ass whooping. I just listen.
I want somebody to listen. Let me just put it out there. In most television shows, you have a protagonist and an antagonist. And I'm supposed to root for the protagonist. I'm supposed to want them to win. I want no parts of Angie to win.
She just
No
comes.
parts of it.
I feel like
Her
everybody is a shit
character is
person on this show. Like
unlikable.
everybody has underhanded motives.
Her
Hold on, memento.
character is unlikable. She's unlikable. I don't like her. Like if it were me and I was Leah, I would have talked to her at the top of the stairs and pushed her ass down that flight of stairs and told security and them, deal with her, go bury her somewhere. I don't know. If we just going down the, merry little rabbit hole of imagination, I'm just saying.
Hey, King Roman News. I'm sorry. Not necessarily. Most shows these days have anti-heroes like Logan, Roy, Daenerys Targaryen, or Walter
Daenerys
White.
Targaryen, we only stopped liking her at the very end, the last season of.
Yes, Loretta, we talked about her killing the boyfriend and burying him in the woods, and then went to go dig that nigga up to see if he was still out there. She would have done better to pull a pose, put that nigga in a trunk with some cat litter and some lime and some candles,
Like,
or child get a vat of acid to dissolve that shit into nothingness.
I'm with you on that, so Jeff. Like, how you gonna take over $1 billion
Yeah, I
company
don't root for
and
Leah
you
either because
can't
she
make
she ain't shit either.
good choicing, choices, or you have bad decision making? Like, you're not a leader. You cannot make decisions.
Just because you cut the legs down on your daddy's table does not mean daughter. Like I'm sick of all of them at this point. I'm sick of the little whining ass daughter, even though she seems to be going. She's like,
Oh,
I
wait,
can't even
let
accept
me
myself, and
ask you
y'all keep adding all of these people that used to treat them like family. You just mad because the little girl you in love with is in love with somebody else.
do we think Peggy will potentially participate in the sabotage of her niece's hair business because Papa Pope is going to blackmail her about killing her husband? Hell,
Was
everybody
that
else,
man her husband?
I don't know who he was. We don't even know who she killed. Do we? Did she come out and say it was the boyfriend? Did they? I don't definitively remember them saying it was the boyfriend. I could have missed that part because it goes so fast. But did they definitively say it was the boyfriend?
I don't know. I thought he was a boyfriend. I don't remember
Or
them
drug?
saying that he was her
It was her
husband.
boyfriend. Okay.
I thought it was her boyfriend.
Child, I don't know. It'd be so much going on. It goes so fast. They never get to flush out
I
any
don't think that
of
I
it.
feel like because the math don't never math appropriately on the show. I don't think they're actually going to sabotage her business. I don't think that they just don't want her. They don't want to sabotage her business.
I'm gonna tell you.
They just don't want her in their faces. That's
I'm
it.
gonna tell you what's gonna piss me off. And if and when it does happen, I'm going to have a 20-minute rant dragging writing. If they make it where Chocolate Drop tells Angie about the whole security system that Teddy got, and I was working for him. You know what I mean? If he comes and tells
Well,
her,
start writing your rant now because after they have sex, it's going to happen. So you just be prepared because nobody can hold a cup of water on this show.
that's so lazy. That's so lazy. It's so like child Teresa and Ethan or Passion. Listen, I love Ethan, and Ethan loves me. That goddamn Teresa and Gwen. Remember, it was Gwen and Teresa that used to be fighting over Ethan. I just hated the way she said Ethan's name. I love Ethan, and Ethan
Uh,
loves me. Child. Remember when what's her name died and came back to life? Louise's girlfriend. What was her name? Ethan aunt. Oh God, with the blonde hair. It was Ethan's aunt. Oh God. Y'all know her name. Remember she died and then she came back to life. Child. Sheridan. Was it Sheridan? I don't remember it being Sheridan. No, it wasn't no Sheridan. Was it?
wait, so what if? Okay, So really be taking that premise. If the man that the boyfriend that Aunt Piggy killed was Lance Grove's daddy, that's
No,
who he took.
remember they say Lance Gross' daddy got shot protecting.
She never said how she killed the man.
So that means that she was trying to kill Teddy? Why was she trying to kill Teddy?
No, she was trying to kill Lance Grove's daddy because they was in a
But what I'm
relationship.
saying
But
is, if,
but Lance Gross was at home. He would listen. Lance Grove's daddy was cheating with Aunt Peggy. They got into it. She shot a bow to cover all of that shit up. They said he got shot protecting Teddy. That don't make sense. So that's what the answer is. Watch that be what it is. Because it don't make no damn sense. And that's what this show is. Our kind of people don't make no damn sense.
oh,
Boom. Boom. There it is.
So here's my other question. Where was
Can
where
we
was
just say when is the story of Ralph and that son going? Because he is such a side. He stayed out of all the bullshit, and I feel like he has a plethora of
where
bullshit
was
going on.
Morgan Chestnut Mama? Because I figured she would be at that event. Where was she the whole time?
Well, probably somewhere with her cauldron trying to pull up another spell. You know, witches during high times like this, they got to be doing. She's somewhere casting spells. She got some hair from Angela, and she doing a spell to make her go.
But no, but Abby, that would make sense because wouldn't he still be searching for his dad if they had secretly buried his
No, because he knows the cover up the story. They didn't say. We don't know if there was a closed casket, open casket. We don't know what was in the casket when they buried Lanson's dad. Listen to me. We don't know. They could have been said that his daddy there was overseas and doing some international business, and he stepped in front of a bullet for Teddy, and they brought his body back already in the casket, and they never actually opened the
You
casket.
know what? You're reaching. You were really reaching.
Listen, it don't have to make no fucking sense because this show don't make no damn sense. So whatever I say is what it is. So what happened is they concocted this story to cover up the fact that Aunt Peggy murdered that man. I'm just saying.
KBR Burns.
And so that would mean that Chocolate Drop and Angela are cousins, and that's why they haven't done the deed yet.
What?
I don't know. I was just making it up.
It might make sense. With this show, who the hell knows?
I don't know. That's why I said it doesn't make sense. Wouldn't he have had a funeral for his daddy? She's on. This was actually. I'm telling you, this is Black Patience. That's what this should have been called, Black Patience. That's what this show should have been
All
called.
they need, listen.
All they need
the black
is
hip hop version of. Can somebody write a black hip hop version of the theme song for Passions for them to use?
Listen, the mother-in-law is somewhere in her cottage by the water with her little black person who does all of her bidding, who's a little person, but everybody thinks it's a doll, but it's really a little person. That's she plotting and planning in her cottage to take over some shit right now. That is what's happening.
What if we find out that
he was a child, as far as I know?
What if we find out Aunt Peggy is her real mama? Something is coming out of this hole because I don't understand.
The secrets are unveiling themselves too quickly to have any punch or power. So I don't know.
Understand Aunt Peggy's who she killed. Why does that matter to the whole storyline? Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
God. I don't know either because it don't make no sense.
I'm still traumatized by Ashley City from Real Housewives of Potomac. So,
God. Listen, I don't watch Potomac, so that's not my lane. I can't even speak on it. I don't know what's happening, and I don't care. This is what I do know. This show right here has so many plot holes. You could drive a fleet of Walmart trucks through it. So it don't have to make sense for it to be a storyline on this show. So my money is on Aunt Peggy's boyfriend was Lance Gross's daddy. And they made up that story that he got shot protecting Ted. Well, maybe they didn't make up. Maybe he did step in front of a bullet for
Like,
meant for Ted.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. It be so much going on that every commercial break really should be a goddamn episode ending. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. So okay, so since we going out into the realm of since it don't have to fucking make sense, what if go with me? Just hold on to it. Go. We're gonna rewind back. They was all intertwined, and Teddy was sleeping with everybody, including Lance Gross's mama. And he's really that's why he felt bad to be taking care of him. Not because his daddy got killed on his behalf, or he was covering for Aunt Peggy, but because he was in love with the mama and he tried to cover it up. And Lance Gross is really his Teddy's son, and now Angela is sleeping with brother.
I mean, at this
That's
point,
not far fetched. That's not far fetched.
not really.
Teddy is really Lance Gross's son. Oh, Lady Lieber said that's why Angela mama sold Angela to that white woman for $50,000 because she was trying to get money to bail in case Peggy went to jail for killing Lance Gross' daddy. If any of this shit happens, I want a writer's credit and a check.
All right. So why don't we make it where Lance Gross daddy is really Leah's daddy, and what's her name is really the daddy of both Leah and
yes. Of Angela and Lance Gross?
No, of Angela, Lance Gross, and Leah. I mean,
well,
and
first
the
of all, I would just like to say Leah and that partner have been fucking longer than anybody knows, and he's the real father of that daughter. She too light to be Morris Chestnut's baby. Them two darkies didn't produce that light baby.
I said that. You talk about Lauren?
Yes, them two dark chocolate specimens did not bring about that little light skin baby. Who damn white baby is that?
Leah black as hell. Morris Chestnut is black as hell. And this girl look biracial.
Who damn white baby? That is a white baby from the Caucasus Mountains. Who damn white baby is that?
Little girl has half her DNA descended from the Caucasus Mountains. I'm just saying.
That little boy too. He a little light.
He a little darker than her.
He a stink darker than her, but he ain't far behind.
A little more nap to that hair.
Speaking of daddies with dreads and Lion King manes in the jail system, the fuck? Why your daddy a jailbird daughter? What's happening? Why you slept with this man? Who this man that you done slept with? Who in the clink of the clink? How long he been in there? This girl ain't never known her daddy. She ain't never been to a prison visit. What happened? I'm confused. And is he due to get out soon? Like, what's happening? Why she got to know about him now? Is he about to get out? Did she get a letter? And he about to get out? And so she's like, well, maybe we should talk about.
I'm just saying, Leah and Morris Chestnut don't make Sharon that light skin. I'm sorry.
Wait. Lady Lieber said it. You right. The brother and sister are twins. Ooh, one of they fraternal twins. One belonged to the white man. One belonged to Morris Chestnut. Oh my God.
You know what? You silly.
That happens. That happens because it's two separate eggs with fraternal twins.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not doing this with y'all.
Xavier, now he just as yeller.
He is though. But he talking to the sister. That sister, honey. Listen,
we are so far out into the minutiae of all of this. Again, I would just like to say I believe that Angela's baby daddy is fine. I want to know what he did and when is he getting out? Does he need me to put
I
anything on
would
his
still
book?
take chocolate
Does he
drop.
want me to schedule a video visit so we can chat? Like I like
I want chocolate drop before I want him.
yes, she very much chocolate drop and then him.
Yeah.
I listen, I haven't liked Morris Chestnut since the original Best Man. So I just it's something about him it just does it don't resonate. Since he didn't know the zig and zag instead of zag when they shot him in Boys in the Hood, he hasn't made a good decision yet. So he and I just don't
Well,
I
he
just
did
don't
the Shining Boys in the Hood. He did.
nigga, you play football good enough to get a college scholarship and you didn't know the zigzag away from and you
You
lived
know
in
the
the
guy,
hood your whole fucking life, nigga. You didn't know
right?
the
That's what I'm saying.
zigzag.
You live in the hood your life. You know the first thing you do is hit the flow. You don't start running.
Now I understand when the little white boy got shot in Game of Thrones because he was running a straight line because he didn't know no better. He was like 12.
You
But
supposed to know
you,
the
an
zigzag.
18-year-old black man that grew up in South Central, you didn't know the zigzag, my nigga. You didn't know the zigzag. They not that good a shot. You didn't know the zigzag. Okay. We have gone far. We are so
Okay, a whole theme of the passions. Okay, that's how far we are. Oh,
Listen, we done came up with several different plot points. Once again, please let the record reflect that these are the ideas of two separate corporations, LTV 27 Official LLC and Ebby Reviews LLC. We would like our writer's credit and a check to be mailed to us, Mr. Lee Daniels, from your writer's room, if any of our ideas show up in this show. Thank you. Let the record reflect. If we have to go take this to court, let the record reflect.
how you damn near died, get pushed off this boat, and your mom and daddy let you nilly willy be out here to the beach?
Because clearly she has the same absentee parents that be on all the other Disney shows, but they don't give a damn what their kids is doing.
Okay.
Her parents is hanging out with Dora the Explorer parents, wherever they at, just letting this child explore
I'm gonna tell
wherever
you
she
what
want to be.
listen. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do a rant on too. If they have um um
Savannah Page Danielle Williamson, if you don't get yourself,
I'm gonna tell you if Nikki and Taylor have a whole lesbian love affair, I'm going on because it's gonna be queer baiting.
I, but Nikki said she already said that she was gay. That's why she told baby girl that she understood where she was coming from, and it was okay. She was a safe space. She's already said that she is lesbian, so that it wouldn't be queer baiting. But I feel like the relationship with Taylor and Nikki doesn't feel like it's a love. That's like they friends. Like this my good girlfriend. This my good Judy. It's not. Oh, I love her. I want to be with
I
her.
feel like they're already going down this road.
Not the Disney TV parents. No, the Disney TV parents be in the kitchen cooking pancakes all the time. They don't never come out the kitchen.
Just like I feel like they finna try to go down that road on Queen Sugar. I still gotta do my review. I watched it, I just gotta do my review. I'm not here for it.
Oh, I don't know. What? No, no,
With
no.
Mike and
Maybe
the
on Grey's Anatomy. I don't know. Check Grey's Anatomy. They
rap,
got 20 years of shit. They make one of Grey's Anatomy. They about to steal all our ideas. A lesbian love triangle with cousins.
right. Girl, I'm trying to make this make sense. Oh, Lee Daniels.
Stop it. You gonna have a headache. I done told you.
I need someone to cut Lee Daniels' arms off so that he can't write again.
He can still speak his ideas.
Damn,
Listen.
damn it.
Listen, the best drama that Lee Daniels have ever produced is when he was at that concert and Dame Dash walked up on him. It was in his ear about that damn $2 million. That's the best. That's the highest, best drama he has ever produced. Sir.
You're right, so Jeff. The son don't have no storyline in the first. He don't have not one storyline. What is his point? She could have been the only child. Lauren could have been an only child, and we
Well,
would
maybe we just ain't got to his bullshit yet because they got the other
I
bullshit
mean,
going
we
on.
got to everything else in the
But there
goddamn.
always got to be one kid there's one kid that got all the problems, and then there's the golden child. Now the golden child probably got some bullshit going on with him, but he cover up his shit enough to where nobody's paying attention to him, and then like some shit gonna come out of left field.
I'm
Watch
not.
he be when they need some extra drama, he be the one they kill off because don't nobody care what he doing anyway.
I'm going to listen. Try to make this make sense,
He
but
Xavier said Lee Daniels isn't writing. Karen,
I,
yes.
I got
Oh,
my
not
last
Nicole.
can of
Oh, she
lacrosse
fancy.
passion fruit. So, so you said
Okay, first
you
of all, keep
right.
your hands to yourself, or I'm gonna put my hands on you. You understand? Okay. Sorry. Sometimes you got to threaten your grandchildren. Just every once in a while. What is it? What flavor is it?
Passion fruit.
Mm. I feel like those things have to be ice cold in order for them to be good.
No, it's not. It's actually pretty good.
I'll take it.
I usually use it as chaser for like alcohol because I like my alcohol sometimes have a little fizz and bubbly to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use like the sparkling waters or whatever as chaser.
In the pilot script, the son wants to do basketball and not take over the business. That's what I read in the script, but they cut the
But ain't no business for him to take over because the daddy ain't got no goddamn business.
They talk about the mama bees,
Oh, the mama did? Oh,
the
okay, yeah.
family business. They want him to take over. That's why Daddy took him to the club meeting to see the inductees get inducted to try, I guess,
It's so
entice
fake.
him. To try, they took him to the Masons meeting to try and entice him into the. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
send me, Xavier, you got my email. Email me the script so I can laugh at this travesty. So I can print it out and do it like I do my students and write a whole bunch of red marks and red ink and do all the stuff. Like I'm good for writing the margins real big.
I don't
What
think the twin brother is
what
gay. I don't think the brother is
you
gay.
thinking? Like students have told me that they were traumatized by reading some of my correct. They were like, I was traumatized. They were like, one little boy said, it looked like a murder scene. Like what? It looked like a murder scene. Because I was, what were you thinking?
Nah, so Jeff, he gonna die and leave it to the both of them, and then them bros gonna be fighting. that's that's gonna be the big. That's gonna be the big shebang. He
Uh-uh.
gonna die.
He's gonna die and leave it to somebody else that they go find out is their sibling as well. That's what's gonna happen. Leave it to your granddaughter. Which
That
one?
don't make no sense. She ain't even out of high school. Leave her what? What did even her?
None of this makes sense. The granddaughter was able to get your wife out of the damn facility,
How
and
many
she's not
episodes
high.
has Papa Pope been contracted to do? Because I know he didn't sign on for a full season of this bullshit to scream at people. Like you got to you can't have Papa Pope on every
That's
episode.
my point, which is what made him good on Taylor because we didn't have to endure him every episode.
He
We
would come in,
did,
blow some shit up, and then be like,
and then
"Okay, I'm
we
out."
see him for it was a several
3, 4,
episodes, and
and
maybe
then
we
he
didn't
come back
see him
when
again.
shit is really going left, and he be like, "Didn't I tell you, mother?"
He's only
Okay,
good for a little bit here and there, just here and there. I'm just saying, like Queen Sugar with the farm in the first episode, child. Yeah, this is a quick little check for him. Just a quick little, a little bit of change. Listen, y'all.
You gonna leave it to his son Lance? Is that?
Chocolate drop.
Listen, D gonna leave it to Angie, Leah, and Lance, and that's when they're gonna find out Lance is his son.
Okay.
Because they're gonna be like, why would they leave it to Lance? And then Morris Chestnut is the odd man out because he still ain't got his company back. And in order to give him his company back, he has to get the approval of all 3 people.
I
But
think
get
white. I think Leah's baby daddy is gonna come into play as well. Because we've all admitted that it's not Chestnut did not father those kids. Let's be clear.
well,
So the baby daddy, his business partner, is go.
watch, and then he gonna find out that the business partner is the baby daddy. Listen,
Mhm.
and then at that point he gonna be like, he gonna kill that white man, or the white man gonna try. He gonna break up with Leah, and then Leah and the white man end up together. And then the kids ain't gonna want to talk to Leah because how dare you lie to us about who our daddy was, you big whore, this whole time. And you talk about Angie and you the one laying it low and spreading it wide for this white man. You child, they too entrenched in the black dogma for that. Their heads gonna explode.
I probably got it. Xavier, I just haven't checked my email yet. I'll check it when I get off here because I'm on my phone. So I probably got it, Xavier. If you send it to my email, that's in the description box. I got it.
Not no interracials on the screen. Jesus Christ. No, that's the thing.
Child, they try to make
Did you
everything
wait? Did you do a live where you talked about Ellen Pompeo screaming at Denzel Washington like she lost her motherfucking mind?
cool.
Gray from Grey's Anatomy, Meredith Grey, the white lady.
I don't
When
watch that.
I don't either, but apparently Denzel Washington was directing an episode. She was on The View and talked about it. She was on the episode. He was directing an episode, and she was trying to direct the other actor. And Denzel rightly told her, "Hey, hey, I'm the director. You don't direct the other actors. That is my job. I need you to stay in your lane as an actress." And she was like, "Listen, motherfucker, this is my show and I'll do whatever the fuck I want to." And he got her ass together and she had to apologize. First of all, bitch, how dare you open your pasty thin lips to talk in any way disrespectful to our King Denzel? Bitch, do you know we will lay you the fuck out? You was on your way to be canceled. She think because she take black dick and her husband is black that you can just talk to black men any old kind of motherfucking way. Bitch, let me be the first to tell you that's not even my nigga. And I don't tolerate that kind of disrespect. Do you know we will, child, bitch, we will end you. It will be the very last season of Grey's Anatomy. You keep fucking with us. We don't play over Denzel like that, bitch. The one black faithful nigga that we can point to and be like, that one right there. Bitch, and you want to act crazy and talk to him crazy because he tried to get you to check your white privilege and entitlement. Bitch, it wasn't your job that day to be the director, so you was out of line. So you should have stepped your big, pasty, thin-lipped ass back and let that black man do what he was being paid to do. But oh no, not you, Karen. Not you.
Well, since we're just we here now, we talk
Put
about
on my
Disney now. Let me get my rant out of the way for the day. I started to do
no.
another live on it, but I'm gonna get it out of the way now. So, in the world of fucking sports, hold on, hold on. In the world of sports, dear God, Lord Jesus, hold on, hold on, Abby. I'm replying to somebody. Ah, crap.
Right. She tried to turn it into a time's up moment. She tried to be cute and sassy with it. No, bitch. No, bitch, you not one of us. Just because you take black dick does not mean that you are black. Just because you have a half black child does not mean you are black. You are still white. Check your white self. It's not cute and it's not funny, and we not standing for it. Now, if you want this smoke, you can run into this brick wall and commit suicide if you want to. But this ain't never the right answer for you, bitch. Didn't want to get up there and be. And I told him, this is my show, motherfucker. Bitch. Just
All
because you've
right.
been on your job for
Since we're now
752,000 years looking
down this
like curdled
particular
milk.
road, and we just want to have rants on what people should and should not do, and say, "Oh, you gonna have a real sugar spike, Abby." Brace yourself and prepare yourself. In the merry little world of sports, there's a heifer who we don't see it for, a black heifer. by the name of Sage Steele, who's always saying raggedy
Whose
shit.
white mama named this baby Sage?
She's biracial, let her tell you.
That makes sense.
Anyway, her mom is black, her dad is white. Anyway, Sage Steele had a couple things to say that has gotten her suspended from ESPN for a week. One, she said that female sports journalists, that they are the problem and they know what they're doing when they wear the clothes that they wear. And when I see some of these women that come up to me and ask me for advice and say, oh, can you help me or give me some, and she says, I'll look at them and say, yeah, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to be associated with somebody who dresses like that. Wait a minute, oh, that's not your sugar spiking moment. Oh, no, dear one. Oh, yeah, because she went on to say, we know what we're doing when we wear what we wear. And you know what you're doing when you, just that whole thing. But, oh, no, here's your sugar spike moment. Your sugar spike moment comes because she is upset because Barack Obama identified as black on his census. And she says, how can he identify as black when he was raised by his white grandmother and white mother, and his black father never raised him? So he shouldn't identify as black.
Bitch, how the fuck you gonna tell anybody how to fucking identify? Fuck you. Oh, raggedy bitch. Just because he didn't check the box that you wanted him to check? He checked black because he's a nigga. I don't understand why you don't understand what's happening. You know why he checked black? Because when you look at him, you see a black man. It don't give a fuck who the fuck raised him. When he looks in the mirror, there's a black man staring back at him, bitch. So that's what he chose. How the fuck dare you? And then for you to take your raggedy ass to any national publication or even to Twitter to part your little raggedy ass lips to say, oh, I didn't like how they was dressed, so I didn't want to be associated with them. Bitch. Okay. Well, then I hope nobody asks your monkey ass nothing ever the fuck else again. How very dare you? How very dare you? People get on my goddamn nerves. First of all, I really want you to understand. I really want you to understand that you are blessed with a platform and you are put in certain positions for a reason. And just like God has no respecter of person, neither should you when someone comes up to ask your raggedy ass exactly for some advice. Give the fucking advice and then get the fuck out the way. Oh, stupid. You know what?
And here's what I have to say to that.
Hold on, Fred. Okay, you on speakerphone. What you want to tell them?
I see a lot of you guys are very concerned about my health. And I'm going to have diabetes.
And what else they be saying?
I'm going to die one day. Everybody's going to die of something. Oh, right. The reason why I like sugar is because apparently I'm fat.
Fred, you're not fat.
I am fat, though.
No, you're not. What else you going to put in there?
I'll mix it with a little water for y'all. People.
That's it?
That's a little bit good.
So is that your dinner? Right there?
Yes, this is dinner tonight.
What is it?
I'm on a diet, so I can have one hot dog.
What about the pickle?
You know, pickles are good for you, so.
And your fries?
I got my French fries plain. I got my lemonade, strawberry.
With sugar.
I could just put a little sugar in it, you know. But thank y'all for being concerned about me.
Hold on, Fred.
Our sugar levels. I told Abby that your sugar levels was gonna spike out.
I'm so sick of fucking people. I'm sick of everybody at this point. I'm sick of everybody.
I told you that your sugar levels, when I got done with this story, was going to start spiking. Oh, God. So ESPN decided that they would just suspend her race. I want to call her racist, but that wouldn't go well. So I'm going to say she's black presenting. kind of like I say some Cubans are white presenting because they
Mhm.
want to be white, but they're really not. They look white, but they're not white. She's black presenting because she looks black, but she's not. Now,
Well, I just have one last thing to say, and then I'm alone because I feel like I'm gonna have to spank my grandchildren because they don't understand what the word "sit down" means. But before I go, I would just like to say to every nigga who ever be like, "What do you bring to the table?" Stop fucking asking that question if you don't have a table for me to present anything at. Nigga, you asking me what do I bring from the table, and you in your mama's fucking basement. Your mama don't live with you. You live with your mama. On that raggedy PS4 that you begged her to buy for you 2 Christmases ago. If you don't get the fuck,
3 Christmases.
if you don't get somewhere and sit down, emotionally intelligent, intellectually and financially unintelligent, but you worried about what we bring it to the table, nigga, we bring the whole house. So fuck you mean. Then you talk about stuff you can't. High value men don't want women that's out of shape and da da da. You're not even a high value man. So what do you know what they want? Sir, you can take the express elevator to hell. Huh? Get there as quick as possible. Stop harassing people. Stop harassing women, grown women, just because they are not aesthetically pleasing to your eye. Stop taking your raggedy ass over to their social media to say something nasty and rude to them. They wasn't talking to you. It's not for you. Keep the fuck scrolling. I don't know why people feel the onus to get on somebody's social media and see them living their life and happy and then come over there to be nasty and rude. Fuck you and your raggedy no home training giving ass mama. You want to be rude and nasty to a woman, go and take that shit to your mama. She the one to raise you. She the one you have an issue with. It's not us. Leave us alone. Okay, I'm done. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That was burning in my spirit.
I see that. I see that. But more so than I'm upset with Sage Steele because she frolics and says this kind of stupidity all of the goddamn time because she's black presenting. Okay? I'm mad at ESPN because y'all fired my girl Jamel Hill because she told the truth about Donald Trump being a racist. Y'all fired her, no questions asked. This whore, y'all give her a week vacation. Y'all tell her, oh, we're going to suspend her for a week. Mind you, oh, I forgot to tell you why this all came to play.
Oh God.
This all came to play because she's upset that ABC and Disney is requiring all employees to get vaccinated.
Well, then quit, bitch. The
And she know because she came right out and said, oh, well, I need my job. I can't quit my job. I need my. Clearly, you didn't need this job when you decided it was a good idea for you to start talking about the 44th president of these yet to be United States of America in a deleterious manner. Okay? You didn't need your job when you decided it was a good idea for you to say that based on how women dress, that is a reason for them to be verbally and sexually sometimes assaulted. But ESPN, y'all want this trash on your network, but Jamel Hill, who ain't do nothing but tell the truth and say that that young man is a racist, which he is, which has been proven, and y'all want to fire her.
child, that's what they do. Xavier, I have not been hate watching Kevin Samuels. I don't watch any of his content at all, but his disciples be everywhere, especially on TikTok. And some nappy-headed, non-beard connecting, mustache look like whatever, got his raggedy t-shirt, holy t-shirt wearing ass onto God's TikTok and decided to say, well, what do you women bring to the table? Nigga, we bring everything to the table. We are the table. Whether we allow you to pull up and gain sustenance from said table is up to us. We are the treasure to be found. We are the good thing, my nigga. What are you even talking about? Oh, raggedy ass motherfucker. Ain't got job the first. Your job is you as a social influencer and you ain't influencing nothing.
Is it safe to come out?
Can't even influence yourself to take a fucking bath and brush your hair. I wish you got dirt under your fingernails from not working, but from picking your ass. Nigga, I wish the fuck. If you don't get somewhere and sit down and leave us alone.
Come out yet?
It's not because you got a dangling participle. So
I'm
listen,
just gonna pass me a Reese's thin because
yeah, get your sugar back up. I know it's low. I'm sick. Like I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. No, baby, I haven't seen the Game of Thrones spinoff trailer yet. I have not. There's another video I gotta react to today. Listen, I gotta do my Blood and Water episodes 1, 2, and possibly 3.
I gotta do episode 3 of Blood and Water. I gotta do Queen Sugar. And I'm supposed to do all that today. I'm just so unmotivated. But me and It's Me D will be going live at 6 p.m.
Listen, it is National Plus Size Appreciation Day. So if you would like to appreciate me, my Cash App is CashApp Every Reviews. Thank you so much. I'm just saying. Appreciate me, shit. And listen. I'm so sick of niggas. Like the reason why this came up is because this guy was up talking about bigger women and they have the nerve to be picky. Yes, we have, because we are deserving of love and respect. As well as what you mean, we have the nerve to be picky. Just because we big don't mean we're gonna accept any and everything. We have standards too, bruh. And the only thing, I was very nice on the little boy's post. All I said was, it is okay if big women are not your preference. You just don't have to be rude and disrespectful about it. Everyone is deserving of love and respect, regardless of their size. When I say these niggas went left, and I was windmilling in the comments. Why is that statement wrong? Everyone is deserving of love and respect, regardless of their size. What is the issue? What's the problem?
Let me guess, these people were born in the 90s.
90, yeah. Like I'm old enough to be your mama. What you not gonna do is come out your nigga disrespect.
To all of my born in the 90s people, because we love you, Xavier. All of my people born in the 90s. But Xavier, you know some of your fellow Generation Zers are not wrapped the fuck tight.
Now report the page for discrimination. Oh no, they got him banned already. He banned from TikTok. He can't never be on TikTok no more. He got banned because they went left with this. First, and another thing, Black men, I love and respect a good portion of y'all. Please stop asking Black women why y'all are not dating Black women. We don't know and we don't care why y'all decide not to date Black women. That's not our issue. It's not our issue. It's not our fault. And if you can't find a reason for dating outside of your race that has nothing to do with Black women, then it's because you don't like yourself. You don't like your mammy who is a Black woman. So you need to go sit on somebody's sofa and figure out what the fuck that is about. That's not our fault.
Let me put on my PPE to protect myself.
Please get cover yourself, because I don't want you to get caught out there. It's not. If you can't come up with a good 3, 4, 5 reasons that extol the virtues of these other races that you are wanting to date, and everything is like, well, it's just because Black women do this and Black women do this. No, darling, you just don't. You don't like us or yourself. Don't be mad at me, be mad at your mama. Because we have standards. We're not going to take none of your bullshit. And all of those virtues that you like to extol in other women, that they're spicy and that all of these other things is y'all. And then you turn around and say, well, Black women are just angry all the time. Okay, so when that Latina broad that you just coveted so much because she's spicy is going to fuck upside your head with a baseball bat, we going to be over here like this. World Star. Girl, you missed the spot down there. Get spicy, because that's what you wanted. That's what you want. Because we no longer care. We're not holding y'all up anymore. We have been holding you niggas up for a very long time, and we are motherfucking tired. For y'all to turn on us and stab us in the back. And then for every virtue that we were forced to come into to be the strong backbone because y'all decided to show y'all asses, for us to stand in front of y'all and sometimes give up our bodies and our lives to protect you niggas, and then you turn around and shit on and disrespect us. Going on out there without us and see how and see how that works out for you. When Becky get mad and she cry and you go to jail, or if you even make it to jail out of the situation, don't come looking at us. We not putting you on t-shirts anymore, my nigga. You chose that. Go and enjoy that. That was your choice. You decided that. That's what you want. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all of it.
Well,
right. Now, when we over here with Spicy Chad, I want to hear shit else. I want to hear when we over here with Sang Woo. We don't want to hear. We don't want to hear.
I just would like to say this entire commentary is much more exciting than the show that we were supposed to be reviewing. It's much more exciting than the show we're supposed to be reviewing, dear God.
Oh, God. This is the rant part of the rant and the review. We are sick of y'all. Go sit on somebody's fucking sofa. Talk to a therapist. The little dark-skinned girl that said you was ugly and an African booty scratcher in the 4th grade. Get over it.
While you're going on a rant about Black women, I'm going to go on an unpopular rant about the Rainbow Coalition. That may not sit well with people in this chat.
You do that, I'm about to spank my grandchildren.
Coalition compound. Look at her. Listen, she's over there going off. Look at her. Look at how that head her. That mouth with the yelling. Look at her. Look at her. She is getting straightened over there. Look at her. That's that grandma. If you don't sit your ass the fuck down, I will kill you. I will beat you to sleep. Yo, sit down. I'm translating for y'all. Sit your ass down. Listen, by the time I get through with you, you gonna be in next week. Tell me nothing. When I say don't move your boat. I'm sorry, I was translating. But let me say this. Since we're going off on a rant, social media platforms around the world, it is negligent that the only representation that we have of Black gay men is my brothers and sisters that are ultra and hyper feminine and are caricatures of our community. Those are the only ones you want in your algorithm. Those are the only ones you want on your television screens because they're caricatures and they can become the butt of your jokes. They become comedic fodder, and they become, in your estimation, the only representation that we can have on your platforms. It is dangerous. It is so contrary to the real landscape of the community, and it is negligent. It's disrespectful, and it is so limiting in what you can, and should have on your respective platforms. And I don't have any problems with my ultra and hyper feminine brothers and sisters out there in the Rainbow Coalition compounds. However, that is not the only representation that we should have in media. And I see that you see that all over YouTube, you see it all over social media, you see it all over television. We are very glad that we have representation now, but we ain't happy just having one type of representation, because then what happens is everybody thinks that that's what the community is, and they think that's what um the whole of the black gay community is, and it's not. We're not caricatures. We're not like little pets that you can carry around. And I've talked about this on my channel. I've talked about this. I'm just saying. And um I'm not femophobic. I have no problems with, like I said, the hyper feminine members of our community, but that tends to be the only representation that they want to give us. Just like we saw for a lot of times in media, the only representation they wanted of black people was either you were going to be subservient at first. At first, it was a subservient role, because at first the only platforms you had was you putting being a maid, butler, or in some type of servile role. Then we could only be thugs and gangsters. And then it was all about, oh, the thuggery, oh, they're animals, oh, they are gangsters. And never could there be, which is what disappoints me about a show like Our Kind of People, which could have truly given you that whole it could have given you a window into that whole part of the black community, the very wealthy, elitist, well-to-do bourgeoisie of the black community. It could have told their stories, but when they let Lee Daniels do it, it fucks it up. But
Oh, that one took my breath. Okay,
what?
Jesus. That last statement. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No, because you let Lee Daniels do it, and now it's all going to hell in a handbasket.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, since we on the LGBT community side, um, I just have one small thing for my trans sisters from your cisgender big auntie. Um, and this is not an all you statement at all, because I know this is a very select few of y'all, but the majority is becoming very vocal, and they saying crazy stuff. And so, and I see this. You do not have to denigrate cisgendered women to elevate yourself to be seen as women. Let me say that again in case you missed it. You do not have to denigrate cisgendered women or downplay or devalue cisgendered women for you to be seen as real women.
I agree. And that's just like, and when I just made the statement about, I said, I came out and said, I love my hyper feminine brothers and sisters, and I think that there's they should be, on screen as well, but show the whole story. And just like you said, if you want to be seen, that doesn't mean that somebody has to be, in order for you to be lifted up, that doesn't mean that somebody has to be put down or you have to step
Exactly.
on someone's head in order to be lifted up. We
Right.
all can be on this plateau together. How about that? As opposed to saying, oh, this is a pyramid and there's only room for a finite number of people at the pyramid instead of having this be a plateau.
This right. I have never had to dim anyone's light for mine to shine. This is very simple. You don't have to dim someone's light for your light to shine brighter,
The
baby.
other dangerous part about it is you have some outliers that end up getting the spotlight or getting the microphone in front of them. And then that outlier ends up being what some people feel is the voice of a whole community. I'll give you a
Exactly.
perfect example. Flame Monroe has gotten microphones in front of her and said some of the most insidious things about the trans community and about the Rainbow Coalition altogether, things that people have used for their bully platforms by saying, oh, well, one of y'all people said this, so it must be true. In the same vein, of black people, you have people like the Candace Owenses of the world that says some of the most insidious things about black people, or Sage Steele, who we were just talking about, says
Right.
things, and the other side will use their what they say as fodder
Mm-hmm.
to get their
That's exactly.
agenda across.
Exactly, Xavier. Nikita Dragon had got the audacity to get herself onto her platform and say that cisgendered women are trying to model themselves after trans women. I'm sorry, excuse me? Trans women, wait, cisgendered women. She said that the trans women were the blueprint and we're trying to copy their blueprint. That's literally not how. That's not how any, baby. That's not how this works. It's just not.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so we copying trans women. Is that what you?
So there's what happened. I think what dear, I don't know who this person is. I
She's
don't.
a she's a transgendered. I don't know. She's of Asian descent of some sort. I don't know if she's Korean or from the Philippines. I'm not sure where in the Pacific East
I
she's
think.
from, but this baby she done drank the Kool-Aid. And she doing
Well, I
too
think
much.
what happened is she's flawed in some of her putting together of the history of a lot of things coming out of the LGBT community, IA community, and her um, telling of the history gets muddied in what she's saying, and so um, so I do think that she probably needs to clean that up and really take a moment to go back down. Now, I kind of see where what she's saying may be rooted in, but at the same in the same vein, if you're gonna tell the story, tell the whole story of the whole history and how things got to where it is. We've done that on my channel many times where we talked about the history of pitting black women against black gay
But she
men.
wasn't just talking about black women. She was talking about all women. Talking about trans women are the original blueprint and women are trying to
I mean,
copy
if
it.
you really want to
That's
go down
not.
that road, if you really want to go down that road, black trans women gave white and most trans women their blueprint. Now, if you really want to tell the story, dear one, dear God, you, my love, probably learned a couple things from, because I guarantee you, you are not doing your makeup and paint in the same vein. Now, I don't know her. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is she going for the whole memoirs of a geisha look? So that she's probably stealing her whole shtick and everything from black trans women.
This is also the same girl who made a song in the video. In the video, tried to out Tyga for DMing her. So she doesn't make good decisions. She doesn't make good decisions. She doesn't know things. She hasn't educated herself at all. But beloved baby, in our natural state is where you're trying to get. I don't understand why you don't understand how this works. You had to have a doctor come in and change and rearrange your body
Yeah.
in order to.
She's misguided in how she's looking at things and how she's communicating things. Like that's just there's a way to communicate. I understand part of what she's trying to say, but what she's saying doesn't all compute. But whatever. That ain't even a fight that I want to have with her because I don't know this woman from Adam. I ain't seen her a day in my life. I mean, girl, I'm not the most popular
And,
people.
and I liked her right up until this point. Like I liked her right up until this, and then y'all go and fuck it up for her. But okay, girl. Well, actually, she lost me when she went to the MTV Music Awards with 3 black men on dog chains walking on all fours in front of her. That's when she lost me.
Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're not. Oh, yeah. That. Oh, I should not have told me that. Oh,
Open the door. Open the door. Now the third one is up. Jesus
I wish you
Christ.
would have. I so wish you wouldn't have told me that. I so wish you would not have told me that. Oh. And oh boy.
And wore dookie braids. Don't forget, listen, the dookie braids pales in comparison to the walking black men like dogs. Like that's the little bit of parsley that you sprinkle on top. Toots.
See, and what's this woman's name? What's the woman's name again? Can y'all put it in the chat?
Nikita Dragon.
Mm. See, don't get me started, because see, then I'm gonna start going down the road by saying, but these are the type of people that you'll frequently see your girl RuPaul having on RuPaul's Drag Race because she invites and applauds this type of buffoonery. But y'all, let me shut up. Child. Y'all about to make me take a bottle to the goddamn head. I'm gonna go buy me a bottle to make me goddamn drink. Lord. I'm not gonna go look up this person because I don't want to know what they look like because I see myself dragging them. And nope, nope. I'm so glad I don't know who they are. And I'm sure they're wildly popular because this is what happens. You have outliers who become popular, and people think that that's the voice of the masses or that's the way things are. And it's really not. It's really not. Everybody thinks that, or the negligent thing is, everybody thinks that all of the community is what you see on some of these reality web series. We're not going to go down that road either. Not even going to go down that road. It's so unfortunate. Anyway, and one last thing before I get out of here. Since I went down the road of sports, why does Urban Meyer still have a job? Why does he still have a job? You are a head coach of an NFL football team. Your team just lost its fourth game in a row. Whereas most head coaches are locked away at the facilities trying to strategize and figure out a goddamn plan for their football team to try to win a goddamn game. What are you doing? You're across the fucking country in your goddamn restaurant that you own, getting felt up or getting fondled by women, and you fondling women on camera in 4K. You feeling all up on some woman, some skank feeling all up on you, who ain't your wife, who looks to be the age of your daughter. But this is what happens when you're a head football coach whose college team that you headed had murderers on it and criminals and miscreants of the highest order. When you have the likes of the Pouncey twins and Aaron Hernandez, stars of First 48, on your team, you tend to do things like this. But he still has a job. But my frat brother, Colin Kaepernick, who did nothing but speak out against the atrocities and the genocide of Black people doesn't have a job. Make it make sense. Anyway, y'all, tonight, me and It's Me D are going to be live in about 4 hours. We're going to be discussing Dear White People, and um we're going to discuss Dear White People and sex education. If you haven't seen it, it's not enough time for you to binge watch both of them now, but most of y'all probably have seen one or both. And we're going to discuss season 4 of Dear White People, which is the final season, and we're going to discuss season 3 of Sex Education. Both of them came out last month. Um, so there's It's Me D right there. And we will be discussing it. It's so much to talk about, so many things to unpack, so many great storylines in both shows, and we're going to do it in wonderfully put together fashion. I need to figure out what I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna do a wardrobe change, put on some, maybe spruce it up, or maybe wear a shirt with a collar, for God's sake. No, I probably won't. I'll probably come on in the goddamn snuggie again. Dear God. Anyway, um, I liked season 4 better than I liked season 3 of Dear White People. But we'll get there. We'll get there tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Um oh, this season Xavier was much better than last season. I season 3, but I like this season better than last season. Sex Education, I love season 3 just like I loved season 1 and 2. So yeah, it is season 3, right? Or is it season 2? This is wait. It's Me D. Is it season 2 or is it season 3 of Sex Education? I think it's season 3. Right, Essential. No, Sex Education. Dear White People is season 4, but Sex Education, it is season 2 or 3. It's season 3. Okay, I thought it was season 3 because in season 1, that's where they started the little therapy stuff. In season 2 is when his mama worked at the school. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, because season 2 was when Raheem came. Yes, yes. Raheem came in season 2. Yes, Raheem came in season 2. So this is season 3. Yes, season 3. Yeah, it's season 3 of Sex Education, and then season 2. I mean season 4. Excuse me, of Dear White People. The last season of Dear White People. So, but we will discuss anyway. Abby is still beating her grandchildren. Lord, let me not put that out there. Abby is still disciplining and maintaining order in her household with her grandchildren. So we'll talk about that tonight. It's Me D. Um, actually, there was a lot more good episodes, Xavier, this season. There were some really good episodes this season. Sex Education usually gets it right. It's usually pretty good, but we'll talk about that tonight. Abby, you have anything for the people before we get off, or is she still away? She's still away. Anyway, y'all, it's been fun talking, going down the merry little world of make believe, talking about um our kind of people down in Maryland of make believe. Dear God, Um, and I guess if we're gonna talk about it next week, we're gonna have to do another live. We'll try and get really be on next time. When we talk about our kind of people. Anything for the people, Ebony? Hey, Scooter Boo.
He's not happy.
Okay. So anyway, we about to get off here. I'll see y'all in a couple hours. Until then, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. Oh, let me exit right. I almost did not say because people like to steal my thunder and steal my stuff. So let me say it the right way. I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. It's much obliged and much appreciated. Shondo's around the building. Shondo's in and throughout the chat as we exit. I saw somebody say Shondo on their channel, and I was in the bushes, and they didn't even know I was in the bushes. I was like, "Wait a minute."
I'll tell you, I would challenge you because you like to give us Netflix challenges. If you have not yet, I would like you to partake in the Squid Game
I'm making it
situation.
through episode 1. I fell asleep in episode 1
You
because
gotta
it was
when you
boring.
get to the end of episode 1, you gonna watch
Okay,
the whole thing flat out.
okay.
You gonna be like, oh my god.
When he was, I saw him at the little casino. I saw him in the bathroom, and then I think I fell asleep.
The little girl stole his money, chair. It was a lot.
Right. I was like, what? And I fell asleep and I gotta get I keep it because my coworker was like, no, you got to give it a chance. And I was like,
If
okay.
you just get to the end of episode 1, you gonna be like, what in the absolute
Yeah, I
fuck?
said no, I said I got to give it a chance. Everybody was like, no, you got to give it a chance. Because I was like, oh. I fell asleep, but I was tired too. I watched it after work. And I was tired. I was like, child, but I fell asleep on episode 1. So, but I'm gonna go and give it another chance. I
Please.
might go watch episode 1 right now. Y'all here, people. Listen, y'all not gonna get Queen Sugar until late tonight. I can tell you that it's not gonna be till late tonight.
I'm
Queen
gonna be a
Sugar ain't give
sexy
me
pink guard for Halloween.
Queen Sugar ain't give me a whole lot this last episode. I was just like, man. I was just like, you know, I'm not enjoying this season of Queen Sugar. Let me just say, I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm not enjoying this season of Queen Sugar. I'm going to say this for the 4th time. I'm not, or the 3rd time, whatever. I am not enjoying this season of Queen Sugar. You know how people was real upset with David Makes Man season 2? I'm kind of that way about season 3. I mean, season, what is it, 6 of Queen Sugar? I'm not enjoying it. I'm getting it through it, but it feels like a chore almost. So,
I thought last season was pretty good with the COVID and everything, and then this season is not good.
it's mm, it's time to put it out the pasture. It's like, yeah,
Um,
I thought that they were going to finally bring back Amira Vaughn's character
mhm.
and have her have it out with Charlie and everything, but it
No.
Five's on my last good nerve. Prosper is on my last good nerve, and now it's the story of the geriatrics that I don't care about. And I'm just gonna be honest, I don't really care about Vi like that because she been on my last nerve. I really don't care about Prosper like that. Like I'm at this point, if y'all want to kill them all, go ahead and kill them all. They can kill off Prosper. At this point, I don't care. Vi done got on my last good nerve. The feel good storyline with the lady Celine and her son,
Mhm.
whatever. I think they're gonna try to make Micah gay with the frat brother. I don't know. If they do, I'm gonna have a whole meltdown because it's gonna be queer bait to me. But that's not here or there. So he's gay in real life. That doesn't mean the character he plays. Um, and I don't like what they're doing with Charlie's character. Like it, I don't like Nova's character. I don't even care about the storyline with the Billy chick that came out of nowhere that we had never heard and had never had any inclination of until now. Ralph Angel with the whole I'm doing this, committing crimes, stealing equipment out of warehouses or whatever. Just, yeah, it's time. It was great. It was a great run, Queen Sugar.
No,
So
no, baby. No, no, ma'am. You knew better. You knew better. You should have told me when it happened. Then you probably would have got some grace and I'd have helped you clean it up. Sorry, I'm doing it.
yeah, I'm gonna get through this review tonight, but I'm not enjoying this season. I'm really not. Anyway, maybe anything for the people because I keep saying I'm getting off. That's
Okay, is we done? Is we finished?
the
You know what? Don't expect our kind of people to make any sense because it is nonsensical. You're gonna hurt your head. Just whatever the most outlandish shit that you can think of, that's the answer. Amen.
And there you have it. And with that, I'll be going to take y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.